Alright guys, welcome. We are on the 5070 Ti, the Gigabyte Gaming OC edition, and we have the brand new Oblivion Remastered that was shadow dropped a few days ago. So I've been playing it and really getting into some of the areas where I feel like would be a good test, and we finally gotten to the open world setting. So right now we're going to start with 1440p, and we're going to start with our traditional first settings of all low. So everything is low, bottomed out, no ray tracing, nothing at all besides low settings and native resolution. We're using some temporal super resolution here for anti-aliasing, but that's pretty normal stuff, no upscaling at all. So let's jump into the game and see what we've got going on here. So we are at 70, 50, got some stutters, really bad stutters here. So we are at 82 FPS. This game is proving to be a little bit, I'm gonna just toggle my God mode here so that I don't die during the test, or that my encumbrance doesn't bother me too much. Okay, we've got something over here we can fight. Let's take a look. Let's see. Alright, let's got him. I am on easy mode just for the sake of running through this test. Don't judge me. So we are at 94, 95, 86. So, you know, looking pretty good. But, you know, we are on low settings on a card with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And it's not necessarily a low card, a low performing card. We got some glitching going on in the trees. I'm hoping that that cleans up whenever we enable some DLSS, but we'll have to see. Alright, so let's jump over here and let's turn up some of these graphics settings. So let's go to a medium preset, and that did look like it did a good bit, and it didn't really hurt our FPS. If anything, it looks like it may have improved it just a hair, which is quite weird behavior, but I've noticed that in this game, and I'm not sure if it's for some reason got something to do with Unreal and the old creator engine that this game was made on. I've heard some rumors that it's kind of both of those. I'm not really sure what kind of sorcery they used to convert this game over, but yeah, it behaves a little strange, so keep that in mind. We're just gonna walk over here. Alright, so medium, about 102, 99. Let's go over here. Let's turn on high preset. Again, we're not changing anything besides the preset. That brought us down to about 80, so still looking pretty good. Not anything too surprising. Went down a little bit. This game just really takes me back. I played it on the Xbox 360 when I was a lot younger. Around 19 years old, I believe. So it's definitely a trip through nostalgia land for me. Looking like 80, 84. Let's kill this crab. Where is he? There he is. Oh, I got him already. Alright, so 91, 88. Let's jump up to the next preset, which is Ultra. Alright. So this is Ultra settings, native, at 1440, and we are under 60 FPS. This game is quite intensive, and the frame time graph is a mess. I mean, look at that. That is very choppy. So hopefully we'll get some patches to smooth this out. I've already had one crash when I was just talking to an NPC, so you know, I don't know. Maybe we'll get some patches, but for right now, this is just what we're working with. If things do clean up, I'll, you know, of course, do another video. But yeah, we're looking kind of rough here on Ultra. Again, this is no upscaling, but we're not introducing ray tracing or anything like that yet. So if we go down, and I've had some trouble with it switching over to whatever this setting is. It doesn't seem to be a setting, so I'm clicking it, nothing's happening, so I'm just going to assume that everything's Ultra. Now the lumen ray tracing, we're going to go up to medium on that and confirm. So native, we're just going to play with the ray tracing now that we're on Ultra. just walk around here. We're dipping under 60, but sometimes we're over 60. So I'm pretty confident DLSS is going to get us a playable, nice over 60 experience. But for right now, yeah, it's not running great as far as I'm concerned. For a game this age on a newer modern platform, I feel like it should be doing a little better. Our VRAM allocation, I mean, there's a stutter down to 30s. And it's really struggling to maintain a smooth frame rate. So let's just come over here. Let's just really do the torture test. All ultra. Let's go up again on our ray tracing. Confirm that. 40s, 43. I mean, just really stuttery, folks. I mean, this is kind of poorly running, in my opinion. I feel like they could have gotten it to run a lot better than this, because it is just, I mean, that frame time graph is rough. Kill this wolf. Again, I'm on the easy settings just for the sake of this test. Alright, come over here, look around, load some stuff in. 40s, 40, 39. Alright, let's go to ray tracing again. Pull this down. And let's go up one more to ultra. Alright, confirm. 46, 45. Looking, yeah, about the same. I'm not sure if ray tracing really does much in this area, but you know, if you just really want to run ray tracing, this is kind of what you can expect without DLSS. So, and that VRAM allocation is just too high for what we got going on here. But anyway, let's look over here. Oh, I'm getting attacked. Let me kill this wolf. Alright. Come over here and go down. And let's turn on some upscaling. We're going to go DLSS and quality. We're not doing any frame generation right now. That gets us over 60. And it does seem to help our frame time graph a little bit. It's still a bit too choppy in my opinion. I mean, our 0.1% lows are 14 FPS. That's a big stutter. You know, 78, 75. So, I mean, you know, you can get away with ultra settings if you kick that DLSS onto quality, at least in this area. 80s is nice, but that frame time graph, man, it is a choppy mess. Let's go down one more on the DLSS settings just to see if we can get that frame time graph a little bit more flat. Alright, still pretty rough. I mean, I like to see a smooth graph, but you know, we're at 70s, so it gave us about 10 more FPS by dropping it to balanced. 79. I mean, is it playable? Absolutely, it's playable for sure. I just really don't like all the stutters that I'm experiencing right here. Seems like that should be smoothed out. I mean, balanced DLSS with the 9.6 gigabyte draw on our allocated VRAM. It's pretty high for a game that's, you know, 2 decades old. It has been remastered, but I don't think it's been remastered as far as like, I mean, it doesn't look breathtakingly different in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's improved, but different from other games is what I'm saying. It's not like it's some, you know, giant leap in graphical fidelity from what you see in other Unreal games. If anything, it's quite basic looking. Alright, so 73. So we're at 1440. It's probably going to be pretty rough once we jump over to 4K. So let's go to performance. Performance DLSS looks a little bit softer. Nothing too bad though. I mean, it's definitely clean, you know, as far as DLSS goes. It's kind of difficult though because there's so much grass right here. But 88, 86. Let's jump over this rock here. Oh, look, I got acrobatics increased. That's nice. Alright, go over here. Looks like we got a wolf over here. There you go. Alright, 101, 96. Alright, still that frame time graph is quite choppy. So let's come down here. Let's just fully get the ultra performance. Okay, ultra performance really didn't do anything but make it a little bit blurrier looking. That grass in the distance looks super low quality. I mean, that's quite rough. So if we go in here to kick on the frame gen on, okay, oh, that's cool. It's got an automatic mode. So we will just turn that on, and it looks like it is doing 2x, maybe 3x right now. It doesn't give us the option, but it looks like it's not just the basic 2x. Alright, so with frame gen on, you could probably bring this back up to, let's say, what does it look like with quality? 130s, 140s. Okay, so this is a nice playable experience, but look at that frame time graph. My God. And I mean, I'm getting some hitches. I can definitely tell it's stuttering and not really running super well. I would probably go in and get this setting and then come in here to the capped frame rate. Not 30 for sure. I'd probably go 120 with these settings and just see if that helps. And it's still pretty choppy, and it still has some really bad stutters. I wonder if capping it at 60 will be a big difference. Alright, so we're going to cap our frame rate at 60. Oh man, this is just not running well, folks. I mean, this is not the best optimization or something. I mean, this is a big difference. This feels quite rough. That frame time graph just keeps getting worse and worse. We're trying to help it out, but man. Alright, so let's go uncapped again. And let's see what we can do with the balanced. So balanced with frame generation, we're at 129 over here. Another stutter. Whew. I mean, this is not a low quality GPU at all. So it's definitely not the GPU's fault. This is just like not a clean experience to me. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna really have to do some updates, in my opinion, because it's just like, it doesn't feel good. It feels really hitchy. All right, so let's see, with our frame gen on, let's go back to performance. We've already done ultra performance. We kind of know that's a nice experience. Our frame, see, there's another hitch. Look at that 1% low, 5. Like, why? We've got plenty of VRAM. We've got frame gen on. We've got DLSS on. I mean, there's no excuse for it to be hitching like this. And just, oh man. Unreal plus Bethesda. Kind of feels like a buggy mess a little bit. Alright, so here we go. This is the experience of 1440. So, let's see how much worse we can make it, shall we? Alright, this is 4K. Uncapped. Let's bring everything back down to low. Even the switching is it's giving us some pretty bad experience here. Alright, let's go here, DLSS, cut that off. I don't know why it won't go to the thing I'm clicking, but whatever. Alright, so applied those changes. So here we go. There's the flicker fest. Alright, yeah, great. Looks really good, doesn't it? Man, this is like, come on. What the hell? Oh man. Yeah, so on low with no upscaling, you're getting these like just, I mean, look at that. That is, what the hell is happening? What a mess. I mean, this is just like, come on. Alright, so our shadows are just in like techno dance mode, I guess. I mean, it's like freaking, well, what the hell? Look at this. Good Lord. Alright. So, 4K. Yeah. Let's go over here. Motion blur is off. Screen space reflections. We've got that. We've kept that on. I wonder if that is what's given us such a mess on our shadows, which have just basically vanished. Nope, they're still flickering. But, I mean, God. There's another hitch. I mean, this runs like crap, honestly. Alright, so let's keep those screen space reflections off for the 4K portion. Let's go to quality, medium. That seemed to clean up the flickering shadows. Let me double check, but I feel like it did. Yeah, we look better now. Oh God, get off of me. Alright, flatter frame time, so that's good. Yeah, so looks like whatever that low setting is, the shadows really did not like that. Alright, so if anyone knows why, feel free to comment down below, because I don't know. I'm just running through the test here. I'm going to go to high. High 4K. Again, no ray tracing, and no DLSS, and no frame gen at the moment. 52 FPS. I mean, I don't know. You shouldn't need a freaking 4090 or a 5090 to run this game. That's just insane to me. Alright, another hitch just happened right there. Pretty bad one. So it's pretty hitchy. Pretty stuttery. But, yeah. We're just going to keep running through the test here. So still 4K. We are going to go to quality level. Go up to the top. Ultra. Confirm. 32. Oh my God. There's just no reason for this. The allocated VRAM is at 12. Used VRAM is at 12.0. So 12.5 on allocated and used at 12. I mean, that's on paper. This should be running fine. But we have not even turned on ray tracing, folks. Like, this is going to be a mess. Alright, so let's come over here. And let's see. Let's turn on ray tracing. What the hell? I'll go down to low. Just to, you know, start there. 28, 27. Yeah, not a great look here. Look at that frame time graph. I mean, what the hell is going on with that? So let's keep going. Let's just see how bad it gets, right? Alright. Medium. Confirm. 27. So we are at ultra settings on 4K. And we are running medium ray tracing. No upscaling. We are at 29 FPS. On a higher tier card, in my opinion. This is not the card's fault. This is the game's fault. It should not be running this poorly. Okay. So we kind of get a gist for what we're going to expect when we keep going. Let's keep going through and keep working on our ray tracing here. So ray tracing high. 27, 26. Didn't really seem to do a whole lot as far as our performance goes, so there must not be a big difference between those, but 25 FPS, 24 FPS. I mean, let's go again. Alright, so this is maxed out settings with maxed out ray tracing. No upscaling. So we are still around 20s. So let's kick on some quality DLSS and see what that does. I mean, our frame time graph has not been smooth yet, so I'm not hopeful that we're going to be able to get an experience that really gives us a clean result. 73. So that gave us a little bit going up to the quality. So from 20s to 70. So it gave us 50 FPS. Gave us a gig or so of our VRAM back. But still a pretty bad experience, honestly. I mean, this game is remastered, but it is a 20-year-old game. Like, I don't know what to think. On one hand, I'm like, I appreciate them doing this for us. But on the other hand, I'm like, some mods are going to have to probably get involved to finish what Bethesda started, as usual. Just kind of wandering around, getting some different scenery to load in. 80s. Still a stuttery mess, though. Even, no matter what the settings are, still feels like a stuttery mess. Even if you lock the frame rate, it still stutters, which is unreal. So we're going to go to balanced. Okay, I didn't realize, did it kick our frame gen on? Ah, that's so frustrating. Yes, it did. Okay, let's go back to our ultra. Let's kick the, I just want to see how bad it is on all ultra with no frame gen and no upscaling. Okay, so it must have just done that whenever we switched on the DLSS. I hate when it does that because it makes the test a little hard to... Alright, so we're going to do that. Frame gen is off. We're going to go back to... Let's go back to quality. Just to get a good sense of what this is like. So it's in the 40s. So it was in the 70s. So now without the frame gen, it's in the 40s. So just to clarify that. Okay, so this is all ultra, DLSS quality, no frame gen. So let's see what balance does. I just want to see what we can do as far as all ultra settings on 4K and what it's going to take as far as the DLSS goes to get us to 60 so that we can kick on the frame gen. Alright, so 40 to 50, basically low 50s, upper 40s on that setting. Let's go to performance. It should not be requiring all this. Okay, still not 60. Good lord, this is bad. Alright, so 54, 60, 61, barely 60, only in some really specific scenarios. We're going to go up again. It should not be requiring this much DLSS, in my opinion. 70s. Alright, so if you're going to go ultra with full ray tracing, you need ultra performance on your DLSS to get over 60. And now we can turn on frame generation. My goodness. Alright, 120s, 130s. But let me just note, the frame time graph has not been smooth this entire time. It just is not something that's going to be what you're going to get in this game. At least on this card. I mean, again, I don't think it's the card's fault at all. I mean, we're not anywhere near our VRAM allocation whatsoever. And this is a plenty powerful card to be able to run something that looks like this at a better rate, at a better frame rate. I mean, it's not like it looks better than the game 20 years ago, sure, but it's not like some blow away graphical masterpiece by any means. So that will probably be the end of the test. Let's see. I mean, if you wanted to go down to medium. Oh, hang on, let me go back here. Let's go to medium here. Go back to medium. See the big difference? Medium really gets rid of a lot of detail. High seems to be where it starts to look the best, but let's go to medium. Let's go down, everything's medium. Our ray tracing is maxed out. DLSS, let's turn that off just for the sake of seeing what will happen. So no frame rate, or no frame gen, no DLSS, medium on 4K. 40s, like come on, jeez. There's just no way that this is even remotely optimized. It just seems like they are, I don't know if they're like still using the creation engine with some sort of weird Unreal 5 swap mechanism. I kind of remember reading something like that, so maybe that's why the performance is so bad, is it's trying to kind of do like 2 layers instead of just one. But there you have it, folks. I hope this gave you an insight into what this game kind of runs like on this hardware. Again, we're on a 14900K. This is the 5070 Ti Gigabyte Gaming OC model with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And yeah, I get this on Game Pass, so it doesn't cost me anything as far as like a purchase of a game, but I would probably wait for a few more patches or to see what maybe the modding community does to get this to be a better experience, because I can't imagine why in the world it's running so badly if it weren't for just pure optimizations that have not been done. So thank you for watching. If you've been with me this long, appreciate you hanging out with me for the length of this video. If you feel compelled to, please subscribe, and we will see you in the very next video. Thank you.